Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvell Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvell.
All righty, here we go. 12 days, 12 stinking days. Do you have 12 more patient days, even though we welcome everybody back post 4th of July? And I call this now football preseason. I think we're in the preseason now, but we got 12 days. If you can hang tight 12 more days, that'll get us to the 19th. The Jaguar rookies will report on the 19th, the veterans on the 22nd. That's pretty much the calendar around the NFL, with the exception of the teams playing in the Hall of Fame game. They get to get started a little bit earlier. But 12 days as we reconvene after a long, I hope you had a safe, fun 4th of July weekend. That was a lot of fun. Boy, when those holidays fall on either Friday or Monday, whoo, I tell you, it was fun. It was fun. Got a little long. Maybe I'm old, but it got a little long. But yeah, had a good time. Hope everybody is safe, and certainly thoughts and prayers go out to the flooding victims and just the tragedy out in Texas. Wow, unbelievable what is going on out there. All right, we've got a lot to get back into as we hit the ground running, kicking off a brand new week. The Young and Norvell Show. Hope to hear from Patrick Young a little bit later. We'll take it out of bounds. Hour number 2. We haven't had Mike Freed, our resident comedian. We have a lot of fun on Mondays. Kind of in the second hour, kind of doing and looking at the lighter side of sports. We've got some doozy stuff. Can't wait to have Mike come into the studio. He has become a big part of our show, and we'll have some fun with Out of Bounds. So that's coming up. Get into some Major League Baseball as we are 1 week away now. One final week before the All-Star break. What an eventful weekend it was, and I'll say extended holiday weekend. Gosh, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a lot of stuff happened in Major League Baseball. We will look back at the holiday weekend in review in Major League Baseball. We'll preview this week. Teams either have, across the board, 6 or 7 more games. I know I happened to look at Boston today. They actually play 7 games. They play today all the way through Sunday. Sunday is the final regular season game before Major League Baseball shuts down for the day before the All-Star game next Monday, 1 week from today. And then, of course, the festivities go on that Monday, including the home run hitting contest, if anybody wants to participate. A lot of people have turned that down. So next week, next Tuesday, is the All-Star game. Wednesday, Thursday, the All-Star players get a chance to get back and catch their breath a little bit. You don't want to punish the All-Star players for making the game. And then everybody gets back together the following Friday. So a lot of baseball to talk about. Holiday weekend review. We'll peek ahead. Again, teams will either have 6 or 7 games this week. The All-Star game and the All-Star break doesn't always happen right at midpoint. Midpoint would be 81, but they will be, once they break this Sunday, once everybody finishes this Sunday, every team will have played about 97, 98 games, close to 100 games. So they'll only have, 62 or so. They'll go nearly 100 and then 62-ish in the second half. So it's not an exact break halfway, but there are some really, really interesting things going on in Major League Baseball. We've got some teams surging. We'll talk about the Toronto Blue Jays. My God, the Houston Astros. And we have some big boys floundering. Don't look now. The New York Yankees are going sideways, if not backwards right now. Tough last couple of weeks for the Yankees. The Mets, you could almost put in the same category as the Yankees, except the Mets drew the Yankees over the weekend and took 2 of 3. So they might have gotten lucky. But we'll go over a bunch of baseball here in this first hour as well. And then we will have a couple of this date in sports history and a lot of stuff for Mike Freed. We'll take it out of bounds, have some fun. Hour number 2 here on the program. College football recruiting news. Good last couple of days for both Florida State and Florida. The Seminoles, they receive a verbal commitment, and that's all it is verbal, but it's a good sign anyway. 5-star cornerback from Sarasota, Chauncey Keenan, I believe is the last name pronunciation. 5-star cornerback commits to the Florida State Seminole football program. I think that was yesterday, and earlier today, the Florida Gators stayed hot on the recruiting trail. Billy Napier and the Gators, they get a verbal commitment from 4-star linebacker Malik Morris, highly recruited kid out of Lakeland, which is a high school football powerhouse that has been good to the Gators over the years. Morris, again, the cornerback for Florida State, don't have the numbers on him in terms of size. Florida, Malik Morris, the linebacker that committed today from Lakeland, 6'1", 225, a middle linebacker, not necessarily a outside linebacker, but more of a middle. And supposedly Florida gathered his commitment away from Miami and or Texas A&M. That was kind of the final three. Am I seeing this right here? As we'll welcome Casey Kurtz if he's around. I'm trying to get an update on Wimbledon, and am I seeing center, if I'm pronouncing that right, the number 1 seed? And I see retired as we welcome Mr.
I have no idea.
Kurtz. Yeah. Wow.
I don't even know who that person is.
The number 1 seed on the men's side. Okay. His opponent retired due to injury. Okay. Yeah, because I'm sitting here looking, and there's only 3 sets. His opponent, the third set, 2-2, and it looks like the 19th seed pulled out. So center, the number 1 seed, moves on due to an injury. But he was, gosh darn, he had.
Wow, he was losing.
Wow, he was losing. Mm-hmm. Casey, wow. How about that? And Wimbledon has already seen a lot of upset, right? A lot of upsets, I think, so far, both men's and women's.
You couldn't pay me to watch tennis.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's a big deal. The number 1 seed on the men's side lost the first set 6-3. He lost the second set 7-5 and was locked up 2-2. And Dimitrov, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, 19th seed, retired due to injury. Woo.
Tough.
Living right, man. How you doing, man? How was your weekend?
All right.
Busy?
Long, but yeah.
Long, yeah. And I don't mean to be a stick in the mud, but yeah, man, I enjoy time off and, got around with some friends and, did some stuff around the house. I guess you could say partied a little bit. And sometimes those long weekends need to end, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, mine, we were at a wedding, so it just kept going. But, listen, I'm never going to be one to complain about a long weekend, that's for sure. But it was a extended one, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, boy, how about that flood? Those floods going on in Texas, man, that's horrible.
Yeah,
you seen that? Goodness gracious! Well, you just never know. Mother Nature. Boy,
true.
She is undefeated. She wins.
That's what they say.
She wins. Baseball. Wow, we're at it now, man. It's about the nitty gritties here. We've got a week. Everybody has either 6. Some teams actually are going to play 7 straight days today, all the way through Sunday. But 6 or 7 games left to get positioned for the All-Star break. Live. 2, in case you probably saw this, I know you're busy, but 2 teams in Major League Baseball, both in the American League, are red hot. The Toronto Blue Jays, you see what they're doing now? They're up 3 games.
Yeah, I saw that.
Toronto, 8-game winning streak, and their next. Everybody has 2 series left. Right. Generally, a 2-3-game series. Some of them have a 4-game here and there. Toronto, 8 straight wins. They lead by 3 over the Yankees and Tampa Bay. And here's their next 2 series.